it's me, your boy, Scepterpan, and we're gonna do another episode. That's right. This week we're doing Clemencycrest. It's hot as fuck right now. It's seriously, it feels like somebody's lighting a fire in this room. I have to turn the fan off in order to record this shit. I'm burning up. So we got this song coming up, Badlands at Daybreak. Pretty good. So singing.
I can see it all from here. Characters of all shapes. We're all surrounded by pictures. Everyday landscapes. Roughened by winter. Fed to the water. They're pulling us all in. Jumping in. Feeding off of all of us. Feeding off of all of us. The ink is hot. The wood is wet. I'm sure of the fire. The fire is sure of itself. It's not gonna burn out. It's not gonna go out. Reach out. Reach out. Feeding off of all of us. Feeding off of all of us. Feeding off of all of us. Feeding off of Reach out. Reach out. Reach out. Reach out. Feeding off of all of us. Feeding off of all of us. Feeding off of all of us. Feeding off of all.
All right, hey. Are you feeling okay? You want something to drink? I understand it's pretty hot. Right here is one of the most important, most vital parts of the video. You might wonder, well, why? That's because we're doing a residential area next to an industrial area, and industrial areas require highway connections, and highway connections are really going to give this area right here its defining quality. So I spent a good 20 minutes looking on the Steam Workshop, which is the most unnavigatable piece of shit that I've ever seen in my life. I've been to many mod websites in my times. I used to be a modder myself, did a lot of texture art, and Steam Workshop, unnavigatable. You'd think you'd be able to find just a good three-way split. It's very easy. You use a couple of search terms. No, Steam don't roll that way. Never. I don't know. Be that as it may, I don't know why I'm complaining. I really appreciate Steam, man. No, I'm not gonna suck your fucking dick just for being around. Yeah, they should definitely fix that. Just a little bit. Have some better search terms, maybe. Just a little bit more. Stop complaining. Anyway, after some 20 minutes, which is way too long, I was able to get this three-way split, which I think looks absolutely gorgeous. And in fact, it's not just a regular three-way split. It's actually a four-way split, kind of what I wanted. As you see, it has that little little protruding, almost appendix-y looking thing that goes over to the northern part, which is not actually the northern part, but the eastern part of the map, which is actually the southern part of... No, it's the northern part of the map because the sun rises in the south of the... Oh, man. Could you fix the sun in the game, Paradox, please? It's confusing. I could do it myself with a mod, but I get a little lazy. Get a little lazy. You don't want to believe how long this video took me to make. It really took quite some time. Kind of upsettingly long with the heat and just my machine breathing pure fire, just a blaze of it. It's just, man, I've been afraid that I'm gonna die of CO2 poisoning or something. Yeah, pretty good. But yeah, it was really important to get this intersection right, in my opinion, because it's such a defining characteristic of the road layout of this area. Plus, it cannot be too big, otherwise people are just going to look at it who live here, and, you know, that's not too nice. You want to have something nice to look at if you're going to live here. I mean, it's a permanent residence. New song. I'll talk to you afterwards.
All the right things at the right time.
we go, laying down one of the most defining roads outside of the highway connection here is this weird little ridge that I particularly like because of the cliff sides. It's really quite atmospheric. I'd really love to drive there myself. In fact, it's just a really nice site, even though it's right next to power plants. And that's something that I really tried to keep in mind here, is to differentiate the industrial area from the residential area, because I could imagine that people might have some concerns for their health living right next to 3 nuclear power plants. Of course, nuclear power plants are pretty safe. They're pretty clean. I mean, compared to some methods, they're really clean. So all in all, they're not too bad. They're situated right next to water, but you know, the mind is a frail and contemptuous little thing, and extremely frail, as I said. So, you want to at least differentiate the areas by having a nice little stretch of road, even though the distance is not too great because of the curvature and the cliff sides and the difference in height. It at least creates somewhat of an illusion of those areas being separate. At least in my mind. You can disagree with me, let me know. But I think it sort of works. Again, Foliage does wonders on everything. I noticed this little patch didn't have any. I'm later going to add some foliage to the cliffside. You also saw me put down the cathedral by Xave or Zave. It's actually from Maastricht, which is of course Dutch, Limburg. Man, the model is phenomenal. Texture, grandiose. It's absolutely marvelous. It's seriously a fabulous model. I really wish that Xave, if you're out there, I know you're probably not listening, but if you're out there, I really hope that you make some bigger models, because man, I would love to use more of your stuff. It looks absolutely good, and even the file size is not even that big. It's not even that big, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Some files in here are huge, and it look like total shit. And this one, I don't know how you do it. So a praise for Zave. He really ties in with the monuments that I tried to create for this area to, basically dress. That's annoying. Take that soundbite. Dress up the area with having monuments. Otherwise, it's just so plain. How about another song, eh?
Somewhere
we get to the last monument, you saw me fumble about with one before. I noticed the props in the asset editor where you can actually add the ruins of castles, and man, a lot of the forts that are available on the workshops are a lot more modern than those really like medieval keeps that I was searching. You know, I really tried, but I don't understand. They don't pop up in game. Why? I save them, I go back, they're gone. You just get the foundation. That's not what I'm looking for. So instead, I then tried this one, and I want to make the lights red so that it contrasts with the other fort that we have on the other end, which has, of course, blue lights. So this one is going to have red lights, rad lights. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's very annoying, and I apologize. Yeah, so I tried this model as well, but it's just so many things. It's just it wasn't doing it for me. I didn't like the way that it looked necessarily. It was short. It was really short. Didn't really have the colors that I wanted because it blends in too well with the environment, which I guess is good for a fortress of any sort, but no, just aesthetically it wasn't the thing that I was going for, so I decided against it ultimately, and swapping it out for a model that was actually, or an asset, I guess I should say. A model doesn't really signify much of anything. An asset that has only been recently made, and you'll see me pop it down in a second. It's the Schwanenberg, which actually I believe is also a castle that was commissioned by Ludwig II, the fairy tale prince of Bavaria in the 19th century, just as the one that we have in the Raffia Strip, which is that it's the one that's Schweinstein is named after, I believe, but I forget what that one is called. You can go back to the Raffia video to find that one out, or just look it up. Hey, that's very positive and friendly and nice. However, that is what it is. So yeah, this one's not making it in. It just it looks like something that could have been ripped out of Nintendo 64 and would have actually worked pretty well on that console. But we're about 15 years too late for that stuff. So yeah, that's not going anymore. So instead, we're going to use the Schwanenberg. It has a nice little clock tower that overlooks most of the area, and it has a very good, nice little vantage point that looks out over most of the industrial area. There we go. Popped it down. Here we go. Let's take a look at a 30-minute time lapse here of the area that we just built. And man, these time lapses take time. As well, of course, it's a time lapse. It's 30 minutes, but I do think that they show just things that I can't show in the video otherwise because it's all sped up footage. This at least allows you to get a better sense of the ambiance of the area that I was going for, and the way that I originally drew it out with having this weird divide in the middle with the highway, and how it can still look sort of natural despite it really being quite divisive in the overall look of the area. Regardless of that, this has been the video. This is the end. Coming up are cinematic shots, and I hope you will enjoy those. So, hey!
My proudest plots unabashedly uncool. I sang a song of snot and played myself for a fool. Cracked my chest to let my heart's vast ignorance shine through. Regaled on my dreamy brain farts as if they'd already come true. I scattered the straightest thoughts, shattered the sweetest tunes. I funded the stiffest costs and suffered the stupidest wounds while practicing the pratfall from my hubris hot air balloon. The rushing of endorphins made me forget it wasn't true. The pursuit of unintentional humor has worn me to the bone. You had to be there, I guess you just had to be there. I met a sweet young woman whose heart I longed to woo. She shattered
closing off on Zave's absolutely gorgeous cathedral. I'm sorry if I'm laying it on a little thick on there, but I'm just so happy to see it. Here we go from the monastery. I messed up. I called it fort. It's the weather. It's messing with my mind, man. I can't think no more. From the monastery to the fortress, the Scepterpan fortress, which doesn't look half as old as I wish it was looking right now. But c'est la vie. It is what it is. Man, that reminds me of that Bree song. Come on, Bree. Oh, Bree. Release some new stuff, man. I want it. They have a lot more stuff actually, but you can't use it for these videos because they'll sue the shit out of you. Presumably not personally, but the respective companies that they belong to. So yeah, that's a bummer. Anyway, Midsummer right here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for taking the time to watch it, of course. I hope it entertained you, at least in some fashion or another. Yeah, that's about as much as I can say. If you got some suggestions, you can always use your little digits, or perhaps you have one of those voice recognition things, and leave me a comment. You don't have to. I really am not one of those annoying motherfuckers that's going to ask you for anything. In fact, downrate this video just to humor me a little bit. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and hope to see you next week when we go on the other side of the hill where the fortress is placed currently. And I can finally turn on the fan again. Thank the Lord. See you next week. Hopefully, of course. Hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching. Oh, yeah. Come on, Mr. Wind. Blow me away. Blow me away. Oh, yes. Woo! Oh, Lord. I'm way up. I feel blessed.